Psychologists believe that the main reasons for a pet to run away are fear and curiosity. In addition, boredom and the desire to get to know better the opposite sex at a certain time can be motivation. Dogs most often run away and get lost during the warm season when their owners take them out to the country or go with them to the countryside. In these conditions, dogs are given more freedom than in the city. Unfortunately, sometimes animals take advantage of this freedom to their detriment and their owners' detriment. The reasons that cause fear in dogs and encourage them to run away to hide can be loud noises. For example, car horns, peals of thunder, explosions of pyrotechnics. For dogs that run away when frightened by fireworks, experts have even coined the original definition, "May dogs." The pet may also experience fear and confusion when it finds itself in a crowd of people, at a crowded train station or a busy highway. Some dogs are overly curious. They may be attracted by a passerby with a bag that wafts in an enticing scent, a cat or dog that runs by, or even more so, a group of congeners. In fact, a naturally curious dog that is not restricted by its leash and collar will be able to follow any moving object. Dogs board in the yards of country houses, especially if we are talking about energetic animals, sometimes prove to be very creative in finding ways to escape from the native walls. In addition, they can run away on a regular basis. Depending on their size and their breed, they will jump over fences or make their way over them by climbing on low, standing objects next to them. Often animals open doors or squeeze through gaps if the flaps are not closed tightly. Hunting dogs, noted for their love of digging, can quickly dig a tunnel under the fence. Representatives of this group of breeds, by the way, are often lost while hunting if they are still inexperienced or insufficiently trained. How to find a runaway dog? The first thing to do when discovering that a dog has run away is to try to take control of the situation, putting aside emotions, and in no case give in to panic. The most important thing is to start looking for your pet as soon as possible, before he has time to go far away. It is best to take action in two directions at once, bypassing the surrounding area and informing as many people as possible about the missing pet. Call your family and friends and ask them to help with the search in the neighborhood where you live, or to spread the word about the loss. So that you personally don't waste valuable time, have them create flyers with the text about the missing dog, its photo, contact phone number, and then print them out in as many copies as possible. Together with helpers, preferably those whom the dog recognizes, go around the area, covering as much territory as possible. Someone should stay on duty in the place where the dog left his owner. Sometimes the animal returns exactly there. Helpers should separate. Call the dog by name as loudly as possible and show people passing by its photo on a leaflet or a cell phone screen. It's important to carefully search every meter, because a frightened dog can hide anywhere, under a car, in bushes, in an open basement. A flashlight comes in handy in this case. Try to model your search, because you should know where your dog usually hides when he's afraid. Post missing dog notices in crowded places. These might include bus stops, porches, tree trunks, bulletin boards near stores, schools, hospitals, or post offices. Tell about your situation to people working in the location of the search: salesmen, loaders, janitors, security guards at institutions and stores, the district police officer. Ask mothers walking with baby carriages, elderly people sitting on benches if they have ever met your dog. Leave all your contacts, because people can't always think straight whether they've seen your dog or not, but after reflection, maybe they'll remember. Children can help, since they often notice things that adults don't, and usually the kids are sympathetic and caring about animals. Do a search for all the phone numbers and addresses of shelters, animal trapping services, and veterinary clinics where someone might have taken your lost pet. Call these places or, preferably, go there in person. If you don't find your dog there, you will make contact with the staff who will call you back if your dog is there. If all your efforts have been in vain, proceed to a remote search for your runaway dog. Post on social media, prioritizing pet search groups, neighborhood or house chats. Someone may have already found your fugitive. Many people find that reposting on social media, along with posting ads, seems to be the most effective way to find an escaped dog. While asking for your pet, you may run into fraud, especially if you want to reward the person who finds your pet. To avoid falling prey to scammers, do not include your pet's specifics on the flyer. You can easily determine whether or not you are being cheated by asking questions about details. It is best to prepare for any trouble in advance, including for a missing pet. Owners who chip their dogs will have a good chance of finding them quickly if they run away. Many people are aware of this modern pet identification method today. When they find a lost dog, they immediately take it to the vet. There the chip is scanned and the owner's contact information is found, and they are told the good news. The chip serves as an effective substitute for the brands on the skin of animals, which over time are erased, tags and labels on the collars, which tend to get lost. It is advisable to have a sample of a missing dog report already prepared, so that in the case of such a development, all that is left to do is to print it out. This will help to expedite the search, since the likelihood of finding the dog decreases with each passing hour. The flyer should have a picture of the pet, your contact information, and the inscription, "Puppet Gone," in big letters. It's best to put ads in cellophane files to protect them from the fallout. Forget about walking your dog. "Mine will never run away," is a very naive and irresponsible statement. If you are in an unfamiliar area with your dog, a leash should be a must. If you're taking your pet to a crowded and noisy place, use a harness instead of a collar, because a scared dog might turn out of the collar. If your dog is a powerful dog, it is better to use both the collar and the harness. On a private suburban property, care should be taken to ensure that the fence is intact. Cunning diggers will not be able to escape if wire netting is put under the fence. And, of course, you need to make sure that the gate is always tightly closed.